Hi, this is Karen from Boston on the Burbs. I am ready to do an inspection today. There are so many things you don't even think about. You're worried about buying the house, making the offer, and then boom, boom. Within 7 to 10 days, you have to have an inspector, move on with the next step. Most people don't pay that much attention, and your agent might know someone, and so use the one your agent suggests. I always think you need to ask questions because, well, I'll tell you. I'll be right back. Okay, you want to ask your agent for more than one choice and ask them to describe these inspectors. I'll tell you why. Here are your choices. You can get a big company. It's usually a franchise, like Pillar to Post is one of them, and Tiger. And they have full-time inspectors who have a geographic area. They have tons of support. They will give you a binder this big with all kinds of information about being a homeowner and maintenance. And then they will give you both video and printed, a very detailed report with pictures, and it's quite a big deal, but it's close to $1,000, but it's a 2-hour inspection minimum. So if you're really into the details and you want some good advice, I recommend a company like Pillar to Post. Couple of inspectors I've used have years and years of construction experience. So they're going to be pretty matter of fact, and they will call your attention to a big issue. No drama. Any inspector that gets dramatic about anything or scary, I would never use again, because number one, we don't want to scare the buyers away. When you've never been a homeowner before, these are like, I would have to say, age-wise, 40 and up. And the older guys have the experience and they're trustworthy, and I just really like them. I think those are great people. There are other inspectors that I don't know how much contracting experience they've had, because a little knowledge, I've had a couple, 2 inspectors that were like dramatic or didn't quite know everything. Dramatic. They find a little area that maybe was treated for termites years ago, and oh, you have termites. You don't know that. They'll find some new wood in an area or a place that looks like it's leaking. I won't even get into the details. I call them drama queens. They're ready to scare off your buyers. If you're a buyer, ask specifically for someone who has a lot of experience. These are the questions you need to ask. Have they worked in construction, and how long? They need to have a lot of construction experience for you to even consider working with them or trusting them. Number 2, what do they provide? A written report with photographs is basically all you need. It depends on what kind of person you are. If you're really into details and you really know nothing about houses and you want to get the whole spiel, then those big reports can be very helpful. And they have reminders for fixing things, etc. They even have 3D new thing where they'll do a floor plan of your house. Number 3, radon. Make sure all of them have the ability to do a radon test, which usually means they have to come day of the inspection or a few days before and set up something in the basement that needs to be untouched for 48 hours, and then go back, pick it up, and send it out for a reading, which you'll get back in a day or 2, and that will tell you whether you need a radon mitigation system. I have a video on radon, so look that up and it'll explain what radon is and why you need to check for it, especially in New England. And 4, pest inspections. If they don't do pest inspections, you need to, in advance, get a pest inspector, not a company like Terminex or you know, roach killer or any of those kind of companies. Get a pest inspector, because the company that is professionally treating for termites and that kind of thing, of course they're going to say, well, you need to do this and this, and they're going to charge some nice money for it. And if you really don't need it, it's better to get someone who's professional and a third party, so they don't have any vested interest in it. Ideally, an inspector's going to flag anything that looks like it might be an issue down the road. For instance, you have an old furnace, and so they'll explain, you know, it could be 1 or 2 years, it could be 5 or 10 more years, but that furnace, you know, is not brand new. So you're going to consider starting to put away money to replace it if you have to. The second thing is they're flagging any issues that might come up. They're looking around the base of your property and they see maybe some gutters don't have drain pipes coming down, or if they do, they empty right at the base of your foundation, which they really need to go out away from the house. So you want to make sure that they're flagging for potential problems or things with an easy fix. The third thing is they're going to have many years of knowledge, and they can give you lots of tips about maintaining your home. What to do, what to look out for, what to do every 6 months, every 3 months, changing filters on your furnace every 3 months. Really important. A lot of people don't even do it, and they're wasting energy. And if you want your house to run well, you need to take care of it. So as a homeowner, you're probably going to keep your eye on things in your house every 3 months. It's not a lot of work if you just do one little thing when you need it, but really important to have a good inspector. That's my dog, sorry. And the mailman. Really important to have a good inspector. Hold on. Really important to have a good inspector. Someone you trust, talks to you like grandpa, or gives you advice and no drama. Think about it before you write that offer and have one lined up. That's it for today. Thanks for watching Boston in the Burbs. See you next time.